Welcome to the CleanerSolutions database training videos. This is going to be an overview of the whole system and the steps that you would go through and what each of the things mean and what you do next from there. So from here you can see that there are 5 main search criteria plus a couple more over here on the side that you can go through. These ones are meant to be based on similar structure, designed to make it as easy as possible for you to go through and find a product that might match your criteria based on the soil you're trying to remove, the material you're trying to remove it from, the substrate, or the equipment. Now, if you can notice between this one and replace the solvent, you can see the original 3 fields we just talked about and find a product are still here. Now you need to, the required field is the solvent that you're trying to replace. These are based upon projects that are submitted to the laboratory that have said to us, this is the product that we're currently using. So they get entered into the database, they're available for people to search through. Unfortunately, some of these searches that you will run through, we may not have found answers for them, so that even though they show up in the database here on the list, you may not find results for them. And that's okay, you just come back and you can eliminate it from your search and go from there. So, but for the main thing you're looking for, is a halogenated solvent. You're looking at TCE more often than not when you're doing those searches. You're looking at cutting fluids, you'll be looking for greases and possibly lubricants, from different types of materials. Aluminum or stainless steel is the main ones that you normally see. You can also filter out by the type of cleaning product you're looking for. If you know you're in parts cleaning, which is gross contamination, you can filter out by products that have been recommended by vendors to be used for that application. Likewise, you can do for precision cleaning or janitorial cleaning. And so this allows you to basically tailor to the specific endpoints you're looking for. So we're going to look at parts cleaning. This option right here allows you to just return results that have been run in the lab that have successful results for the soils and the substrate and the equipment that you're looking for this particular scenario. So if we were to run this search, you can see we come back with a set of criteria that you can kind of go through. From here, you can click on different products and or the client trials and projects to get more information about what you're searching for. So while we're here, I'm going to click on one of the products to get an idea of what this product is intended to be used for based on the vendor supplied information that you see here, the equipment, the substrates, the materials that you can be compatible with, and as well as a link to a safety data sheet that they may have submitted that we have found somewhere online. And you can also look at the safety evaluation, how the score was generated. Here is the information about what we use for this. There's a link to the P2 Oasis tool that we use. But it also gives you an idea. 2 is on the safer end, and 10 is something with higher hazards. And at the very bottom, you have the overall summary of the product that has been tested in the laboratory settings for good and bad results for everything that we've looked at, not just for the search criteria you're looking at. Likewise, if you were to click on the client number, project number, get an idea of what this project was about, the project results, the testing that we've done. You can see this company has done a couple projects with us. And the more recent one has been done in January of this past year, 2020. You can see that this is the report that goes along with what they were looking at doing for testing. And some of the other features that you can look at, we'll come back to the beginning here. So this one here, we talked quickly about, this is the safety evaluations based on P2 Oasis scores. You can run a search from a low end to the high end or somewhere in the middle. Submit this, and this gives you products that have safety screening values between 3 and 5. So in the low to moderate concern, you can see that there are 480 products that fall within that search criteria. And moving on, quickly looking at browse clients and trials. This allows you to kind of jump through looking at the different endpoints, the different companies we're looking at. during our testing, that these are projects that we've used, and this is what comes up. You can kind of click on any of these subcategories and find products or companies that are in there. If you look at metal finishing, you can see the 5 product companies that are in there. You can see one is ongoing right now. You look in the trials it's on. This was started in October of last year, and it continues on right up through September of this year as well. So you can kind of click on that again, you get to the same kind of the end point that you were before. And if we were to go and look at the parts description, a lot of times there may be a scenario where you're looking at just, is this testing really going to be relevant to mine? I have this large part with this very complex, it's a rough surface, it's hard, it's large. What else has been done? Sorry about that. So you can see different ideas of what goes on, the different search criteria you can do. And like I said before, you can search through the vendor information, the same idea with the contaminants, the substrate, and the equipment. You can also search by a partial name or full name or the classification of there's trainings that I've done for each of these that you can kind of walk through, get an idea of what's out there. This is just a summary of what's out there of the products that are in the database by alphabetical order. That was harder to say than I thought. There's also more information here. You can watch a video about what the lab does, and you can follow more information about the database in Turi as well through the site that you have. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea what CleanerSolutions is about. There's also a helps section with about the CleanerSolutions, the database demos, and it takes you to the Turi laboratory, gives you more idea. You can see on here, there's also forms about requesting a test. You can go through this online form and fill it out and submit a request to help you to do performance testing. And also has forms here for vendors if you'd like to have a product submitted and entered into the database. You can download these forms to enter those in. So hopefully this answers your questions about CleanerSolutions.